What's up guys, back for another Pokemon Unbound Insane Mode, and today we're going to be taking on Benjamin, the 8th and final gym leader. Now I gotta say, out of all of the gym gimmicks in this game, this one is by far absolutely my favorite. It may not be the most difficult, but it is the coolest in my opinion. Whenever you knock out a Pokemon, it devolves into its pre-evolution. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Benjamin, the 8th and final gym leader of this game, the bug type gym leader, let's get it. Benjamin leads with Araquanid, and here you guys are going to see the full power of Salamence. Now this thing is an absolute beast, and we're going to use it to absolutely destroy his team. We get off the Intimidate, but it's not going to matter too much as Araquanid will not be attacking this turn. We attack first with Dragon Claw. It's actually not going to deal that much damage. Araquanid is insanely tanky, and Araquanid is going to set up the Sticky Web turn 1. Now this is fine. We're going to completely ignore the Sticky Web. We don't really care about it, so we're just going to continue to spam Dragon Claw as Benjamin makes a huge misplay and sends out Flygon. Now this is Insane Mode. I'm not sure exactly why the AI does this. At this point, Benjamin has a lot better switch-in options, but either way, Flygon's going to eat the Dragon Claw and devolve into Vibrava. As you can probably tell, there is an advantage to using 3-stage evolution Pokemon. We're going to continue to spam Dragon Claw here, and if Flygon goes down in one shot, Vibrava certainly will too. Now here, this is pretty interesting. As a Vibrava, it tried to attack with Clanging Scales, but now that it is a Trapinch, it can no longer use the move that it was trying to. And bet you would have never guessed what's coming next. We click Dragon Claw again, and Trapinch will fall. Benjamin basically gave us that for free, but you should never underestimate Salamence. Now Benjamin's gonna smarten up and send out Rhyperior, definitely the biggest threat to Salamence here. So here we're predicting an incoming Rock Blast. We want to switch to someone that will type resist, and we send out Garchomp. Garchomp's speed gets lowered from the Sticky Web, but it's not gonna matter anyway because we're still faster. Luckily we predicted right as Rhyperior goes for the Rock Blast. We're not gonna take much damage at all due to being not very effective against Garchomp. Or, you know, of course, Rhyperior could hit all 5 shots, dealing some significant damage, getting us down to almost half. Now we're not going to let that go unpunished. It's our turn to attack now as we activate the Mega Cup, and for the first time ever, Mega Evolve our starter Pokemon into Mega Garchomp. We just picked up the Garchompite Mega Stone, so you know we had to bring it. We go for Bad Tantrum because, of course, Garchomp doesn't learn Earthquake until level 62, which we are level capped under. And Rhyperior goes for Counter, and attacking with Bad Tantrum was a huge misplay, and it's going to take us out and devolve us back to Gabite. Now, where I went wrong in this battle was I should have just brought Garchomp out as a pivot to take the Rock Blast and then switch into Roserade then. And you'll see exactly why in just a minute. But here we go. We're going to send out Roserade. Better late than never. We get caught in the Sticky Web, but that's fine. We're still fast. Now we're going to have to eat an Earthquake here as Rhyperior fires it off. It's going to deal huge damage, but Roserade can survive. Now the idea is that we can restore all of this health back with Giga Drain if Rhyperior is at full health itself. But because we had already dealt damage to Rhyperior with Bad Tantrum, we are still going to be able to take it out with the Giga Drain, but we're not able to restore enough health. Rhyperior devolves into Rhydon, and even having less attack now, the Earthquake is still going to take us out at this amount of health we have. We did not restore enough health. Now, it's not over yet. We can still win this 1v1 as we devolve into Roselia, but if this is done correctly, you can sweep the entire Rhyperior line while remaining a Roserade and ending at full health. But we're still going to make the best out of a sticky situation. We attack with Giga Drain as a Roselia, but unfortunately, it's not enough to one-shot. And we really needed it to, because now it will set off a domino effect of bad consequences. Rhyperior attacks with Earthquake, and Roselia, being even more frail than Roserade, goes down in one shot. Now we devolve into Badoo, and Badoo is very weak, but at least hopefully we will be able to finish it off. Luckily, we're still faster despite the Sticky Web. We finish off the Rhydon, and it will now devolve into Rhyhorn. It's not looking good for Badoo here. It's a battle of the first stage evolutions. Who will come out on top? Rhyhorn having reduced attack compared to Rhydon, but Badoo is so frail. Being Rhyhorn's turn to attack, he goes for the huge Earthquake, and it's more than enough to one-shot Badoo. Now we need to get revenge on this Rhyhorn. We need someone to avenge Badoo, and we send out Feraligatr to get the job done. Now, Rhyhorn loves to go for counter, so we have to be careful, but this is also a great opportunity to set up. Despite the Sticky Web, we still move first and go for Dragon Dance, getting that +1 attack and speed as well. Leave it to Feraligatr to turn this battle around as we predict right, and Rhyperior does go for the counter, but it of course will fail. Making the most out of this opportunity, we go for Dragon Dance again. We want to get off as many Dragon Dances as possible to turn Feraligatr into an absolute monster. Once again, Rhyhorn will try to counter, but it of course fails. Now we need to take this thing out in one shot to avoid getting countered encountered, so we want to set up as much Dragon Dances as possible to ensure that we'll get the one-shot. I don't know how long you want to do this for, Benjamin, but I can play this game all day. But of course, I jinxed it as Benjamin smartens up and finally decides to attack with Earthquake. All right. Fun time's over. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of this Rhyhorn. It's time to take him out. We go for the Waterfall, and boosted by not 2, but 3 Dragon Dances is totally overkill and enough to take down the Rhyhorn in one shot. Feraligatr's rearing to go after 3 Dragon Dances as Benjamin sends out Magnezone. Now, this is a bad type matchup, but just like the anime, we don't care. We're going to stay in with Feraligatr and fire off the Waterfall. We hit him hard, but despite having +3 attack, it's not enough to one-shot. Magnezone attacks with Thunderbolt, and this is not good. Feraligatr is not going to be able to tank this, and we will definitely devolve into Croconaw. Now, the text says your primary stats have reverted, but that doesn't mean that our Dragon Dance boosts have gone away. So we don't want to let those go to waste here. We're going to stay in despite being at a type disadvantage and attack with Waterfall. Croconaw fears no Pokemon. Magnezone reverts to Magneton, but this thing still hits really hard. Now, Magneton's going to go for the Thunderbolt again, because why wouldn't he? And despite having a little bit less special attack, it's still going to be more than enough to take out Croconaw in one shot. And we will now devolve into Totodile. Now we are at +2 speed, taking into account the Sticky Web and the 3 Dragon Dances, but unfortunately we are still outsped. Magneton attacks with Thunderbolt, and that's GG for Totodile. Now Garchomp kind of got screwed over last time, so we're going to bring him back in to settle the score. You know, I wanted to bring Garchomp because I just got its Mega Stone, and I don't really use him that much. I wanted to take him to battle. He is my starter Pokemon after all. But before even getting a chance to attack, Magnezone goes for Hidden Power, which is in fact Hidden Power Ice. I'm sorry, Garchomp. I really forgot that he had that, honestly. We devolve into Gibble, but we're still not done yet. We attack with Bulldoze, gonna be 4 times super effective. Finally getting an attack off, but it's not enough to one-shot. However, Magneton's speed is lowered, so we still have a chance here. Gibble really wants to prove himself, and the speed drop was enough for us to outspeed, and we attack with Bulldoze again, taking down the Magneton. Landing the critical hit, always when it doesn't matter, of course. Magneton reverts to Magnemite, but unfortunately, Magnemite still can use Hidden Power. Magnemite attacks with Hidden Power, being 4 times super effective to Gibble, and we go down in one shot. I just really wanted to give my beloved starter Pokemon a chance to shine because I don't use them very often. But now it's time to send out Torch, the Chandelure, to get the job done. I usually don't nickname my Pokemon, but this Chandelure I got from an in-game trade. Now it's time to get rid of this pesky Magnemite. We go for the Shadow Ball, boosted by the Ghost Gem. It would have been nice to save the Ghost Gem for later because Magnemite has Sturdy. It's not going to go down either way, but we also don't want to use our Overheat just yet either. And this Magnemite just refuses to go down as he fires back with the Thunderbolt. It is only a Magnemite, however, after all. But it actually does some pretty big damage, surprisingly. But we're going to fire off one last Shadow Ball and get rid of this thing for good. I hope you guys are enjoying the battle so far. If you are, remember to click the like button. It's good for the YouTube algorithm and helps out a lot. So here we go. Benjamin is down to his final 3 Pokemon as he sends out his Ace Scizor. And this is exactly what we wanted to save our Overheat for. But before that, of course, it wouldn't be a gym battle without Mega Evolution, so he's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve into Mega Scizor. Definitely a worthy ace for the Bug-type gym leader to have. Scizor outspeeds and attacks first with Dual Wing Beat, dealing huge damage. Mega Scizor has got an enormous attack stat. And we devolve into Lampent. Now we're about to fire off an Overheat here. It's not going to be as strong, no longer being the Chandelure. Our special attack is not as high, but Overheat is still an insanely powerful move, and dealing 4 times super effective damage, it's enough to one-shot the Mega Scizor. Scizor is going to devolve into Scyther, and at this point, it is checkmate. Benjamin still has 3 Pokemon left, but we have the tools to deal with. First thing we want to do is switch Lampent out for Incineroar, Shiny, of course, and get off the Intimidate, reducing Scyther's attack. Now, bringing Incineroar out here isn't necessary, but we wanted to show him off and give him his 2 seconds of glory. Scyther attacks with Dual Wing Beat, and it's going to deal some significant damage. The thing about Scyther and Scizor is they actually have the same base stat total, so Scyther is still pretty strong. Now, we go for Fake Out here just to flex on him a little bit, but Benjamin switches Scyther out for Araquanid. Great switch. Araquanid will now take the Fake Out in place of Scyther, and Araquanid is insanely bulky, so he takes very little damage. But now, the moment we've all been waiting for, Salamence it's time to take us home. So at this point, it's pretty much GG for Benjamin here. He has nothing left that can deal with Salamence. We get off the Intimidate for good measure, and we're about to absolutely run through the rest of his team. Araquanid attacks with Liquidation, but it's not going to do very much damage thanks to the Intimidate and being not very effective. We go to attack, but Benjamin makes another switch, and just like before, he must be really scared of Salamence because he's always making horrible switches, like switching Flygon into a Dragon Claw. However, at this point, he doesn't really have any other option. Maybe he was going for a burn from the overheat there, but either way, we're going to dodge the attack and take it out with Fly. And Volcarona devolves into Larvesta. So here we go, same game plan, same course of attack. We go for the fly and fly up. Larvesta attacks with Wild Charge, but Salamence avoids. Salamence attacks from above, landing the fly, and it's going to finish off the Larvesta. And Benjamin's bug-type Pokemon are no match for the Dragon Flying-type Salamence. Benjamin's got only 2 Pokemon left as he sends out Araquanid. And you can probably guess how this is going to go. We attack first and go for Fly. Araquanid can't do much here besides brace for impact and suffer the almighty wrath of Salamence. Raining destruction from above, we swoop down for the kill to take out Araquanid. Araquanid will, of course, devolve into Dewpider. With his back against the wall, Dewpider is frantically going to try to attack us with Liquidation, but we resist. Even landing the critical hit, it's not going to deal very much damage at all. And you guys know how this goes next. We attack with Fly for the one-shot and take down the Dewpider. Down to his last Pokemon, Benjamin's going to send Scizor back out to suffer the wrath of Salamence. No need to waste any more time. Scizor will face his end like a true warrior and goes down to the Fly. And there you have it, folks. The 8th gym leader, Benjamin, the bug-type gym leader. Pokemon Unbound 2, Insane Difficulty, GG. So that is all of the gyms completed in Pokemon Unbound, which means Victory Road is next. I'm considering doing a blind Let's Play style video for the Victory Road run. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you guys would be interested in watching, or if you'd rather just see the highlights of the hardest battles, let me know that too. Either way, I'd love to hear from you guys. Leave a comment. I always love talking to you guys in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to see more videos like this in the future, and as always, thanks for watching and see you next time.